Where's my camera, bro? What's up? Hold on. Add camera. Fuck, everything got like... The fuck, dude? It's annoying when this shit needs to be reset and rebuild it. 1 second. Add camera, video capture, add camera, boom. Ooh, that sun coming in. Okay, go live on Instagram. Sweet. Dude, where's my, like, fucking hell, dude. The win rate thing, bro. Fucking, that's gone. All my, like, oh man, all my data tracking got removed. I gotta oh man, this is so annoying. Is TGR fake? Yes. I mean, it depends what you mean by fake. I believe he makes money, but that's because he invests in the stock market, right? He doesn't make more money than just buying and holding.
DMC playlist, and it got removed before I could get to it.
Yes. So the topic is, unfortunately, you guys see on the screen right now, the video in which I taught you exactly how to make 85, 90% win rate strategy. This is proven. I've been doing this for years for you with the data. All my data, like the data normally is projected onto the screen here. I need to talk to Amos. That fucking code, man. It all my code got deleted. I don't. Oh man, fuck, dude. Okay, so normally all of this data is projected onto the live. It's projected onto the live stream, so you guys are supposed to see it overlaid, but you're not going to see it because everything, for some reason, everything's getting deleted. I'm having a lot of technical issues with shit here. YouTube deleted the video that I posted 2 days ago that was going viral. That it for sure, not financial advice, blah blah blah, right? It for sure.
Matrix don't want to see the video.
Yeah, they want you to lose, dude. The fucking Matrix wants you to lose, man. I'm trying to help you for free, not fucking sell you any courses, not do anything crazy, not scam you. I'm actually the one and only. I am the one and only person on here that actually wants the best for you. I posted a video, 90% win rate, and I showed you exactly how to do it. They don't want you to win, bro. They want you stuck. Maybe they're going to make it harder for you. They're making it harder for me.
Give us update on the girl and others.
On the girl?
YouTube wants to keep the video to themselves so no one can use DMC except for them and
yeah.
make money.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this ridiculous shit, dude. Wait. Okay, wait. This is the video. Look at this. Details. Removed. They deleted it, bro.
People you taught in DMC playlist.
So here's the thing. If it doesn't come back in oh, by the way, everyone watching on Kick, you can now collect points on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube and you just watch, every 5 minutes you'll collect some points. Those points can then be spent on free Maven challenges, okay? So you will get money, and this cannot be a scam, right? You're getting something for free by watching, okay? You then redeem those points for a free trading account, okay? You can get the 2-step 5K only, right? Maven Shorts will tell you how to do it in the chat. I want you to switch or watch both on YouTube and Kick, because you can gain points on both, okay? Nice. There's a points tool. You can do text to speech on YouTube as well. I'm switching more to the YouTube side, so that we can get a little bit more views and whatnot. But anyways, fucking, I need to adjust some shit. All right, that's there. On the Instagram. Okay. Content, bro. Look at this. Removed. What the shit? It's because it actually started doing well. Like 10K views in like a day, dude. And all of the comments were good. Hey, thank you. You know, people loved it. Terms and policies. Look at this shit. We could just watch the video.
You're trying a bunch of different strategies and nothing seems to be working. Let me break it to you. Your strategy doesn't really matter. I've devised a strategy.
What drives you to do this all for free? I love that question, bro. Here's the thing. I have a job. I get paid a decent salary. I don't care for money, right? I have enough. All I want is enough money to pay my rent, take the girl out for dinner every once in a while, and fucking be able to put a little bit into my savings, right? And then I also have equity in the company I run. The company I run is back here, right? It's Maven, right? It is a trading company, right? And that's why we do it, because the company will eventually make money, right? But I don't want your money, right? It's all because that little picture right there, if you decide you want to trade one day, you will remember that name maybe. That's why. I get paid to put that sign there and make good content for you. That's it. That's literally it. This is my job.
Bro, we're Aslo streaming in YT.
This is my job right here. I put a sign behind me and I make good content. The better content I make, the more that you guys like me, the more engagement we get, the more love we get for the community, the more people see that sign. That's my job. Maybe that's it. And I'm not even really going to push it.
They are
really?
saying it's a harmful content. The harmful content is that others will make money from them.
Isn't that funny? Look, here, some examples include promoting cash giveaways or pyramid schemes. Definitely not that. Or promises saying you're going to make $5,000 tomorrow. Didn't say that. But what I did say is this strategy will have an 80 to 90% win rate. And that is proven by data, man. It's proven. It's proven. So why do I do this all for free? One, I love doing this. I've been doing this for a long time. And two, I get paid a salary to do that. That's it. Okay, cool. How do you check the points in shop? There's some commands there. You guys will learn it over time. Can we watch on YouTube? I mean, you can't watch this video anymore.
It is a play on smart money in monthly levels that
YouTube
are untested.
uses ICT.
And then you
They
kind of have
can't
a
let any
range
other
of
strat overrun
little
that.
thing. And all that little thing is, does it gain, does it lose a level, or does it fail to gain or lose a level, right? So what do I mean by that? This is the entire strategy. We have a key point, right? Wait for the price to hit that level. You then have a wick or an attempt to pass it.
What we're trying to do right now is figure out why did they not like this, okay? And okay, so just so that this video doesn't get taken down, I need to say that this live stream doesn't get taken down. I need to say that past results do not guarantee future expectations, okay? Just because I got money in the past does not mean that this will work, okay? Boom.
To pass that daily,
like, this is just a strategy video, right?
Take what you won't get.
This is just a strategy video.
So that way, your first position, you only have one position on.
I'm just teaching you something. That's it.
Move is going again in psychology. Is you're either
I think the reason why people were mad was because of this, right? I think that's why. I think it is too good of a strategy, right? As a beginner, what?
They would let people be scammed and not actually be educated.
Yeah. So anyways, market's down a little bit today. We're down 200. Perfectly. Oh man, I gotta close this sun. It's a little bit too bright for me today. A little bit too bright. I love the sun, boys, but not when we're trading. That should be a bit better. Okay. They're saying harmful. Wait, you're in that. Can somebody try the text to speech on YouTube to see if YouTube, like, isn't that crazy? YouTube lets ICT overrun the space, right? ICT is a scam for sure. We know that for sure. Okay. No, there's no space in between the text to speech. It doesn't seem like text to speech works for YouTube. I need to fix some shit up maybe. And we need to do a giveaway too. Let's do a giveaway because we forgot to do one yesterday. So let's do a giveaway right now so we don't forget. Okay. Clear. Let's go plus YouTube. Let's give a YouTube love. We'll plus YouTube love in order to enter the giveaway. Okay, we're gonna do a giveaway. You can only win if you're watching on. Oh, look at this here. We're only gonna do it on YouTube today. Okay.
I think command's not active yet in YT.
Plus YouTube love. You can only enter if you're watching on YouTube right now. Okay. Let's see if it works here. Plus YouTube love. You guys are not typing the right word.
How to get points from YouTube.
You just watch. You watch and you get points, bro. And then you can redeem the points for free Maven accounts, okay? Okay, there you go. It's working. Okay, cool. And then I want to do where's the freaking, like, is my spinning wheel gone? Fuck, bro. Fuck, dude. Okay, spin the wheel. 10K 3-step from Maven. Okay. Now you want to watch the video. Yeah, dude. I want you to watch the video too. I will, if you're watching now, we can, hopefully it'll be back up soon. And then I'll post about it. But like, just follow. I'm gonna post clips from the video anyways on my Instagram, and we will if it doesn't get reapproved, I will re-upload it and then put a disclaimer, and we'll change the title a bit so you'll still be able to watch the video. And then worst case scenario is I'll post it on X instead, because X is not gonna fuck you. X is the fucking goat of social media platforms, dude. But it just doesn't have any virality. Yeah, it'll be posted somewhere else eventually. Okay, we're gonna spin this wheel. Maven Snips, congrats, bro. You won a 10K 3-step from Maven, okay? Cool. Let's look at the charts. Oh man, like my energy is all messed today now, man, because waking up to that was really freaking annoying.
I guess you can upload that video on WAP.
Yeah, we can just put it in the Discord too. I'm going to we'll upload it in a few days again somewhere if not, okay? So let's break this down, right? We're looking at gold. Gold is the most important thing right now because we're most heavily positioned in gold. So when gold goes down, we don't like it. I have no interest in adding more to this gold position. So we're doing pretty well, right? Silas, shush now. Meow meow. Hi, buddy. I'm working. I see you. Go outside. I'm working. Okay. So if you're looking at gold, like people might be a bit concerned if it's coming down right now, right? But overall, this is still exactly what we want. We still want to be going up to that high, right? Still looks fine. There is a rejection off that level, which is expected, right? Because there is a level there, right? So there should be a rejection, okay? Now, if you're looking at the 4 hour looks all right. You've got these wicks on the bottom, failures to lose these levels, right? Oops. So ultimately, that's probably going to be pretty fine. Let's look at the 2 hour, the lunch hour candle, right? 2 hour super bullish. So that morning was basically just a fake out, right? And if you want to play exactly kind of on a lower time frames, you can even look at the lower time frames. You can be like, okay, we regained this zone, right? We regained all that level on that simple buyback. So we're super, super friendly right now. So we should retest and then it should continue to the next level up, right? Let's look at the hourly, right? Hourly, same sort of deal, right? Regain that. You know, it might come back into this zone, right? And then should continue, okay? Gold looking fine. Gold looks good. I like this for gold. Crypto might be taking a little bit of a sell right now, right? But same sort of thing, right? Oh, they actually failed to make that new high. So then crypto, Bitcoin might range a little bit more. Yesterday, we thought it was going to be a more bullish close than it was. But ultimately, we're waiting for this monthly close ideally, right? And we'll see where that monthly closes, because now our prediction on Bitcoin, how many trades do I do a day? Less than one on average. I probably average one trade every other day. Or we'll add into things sometimes, right? So I haven't, for the past like couple weeks, I haven't really taken any trades because there's nothing to do. We're just waiting. The most recent trade we took was gold a few days ago, like back here, right? There's not much to do right now. The market's kind of stagnating. Like we took Coinbase yesterday. Let's just check on Coinbase because this was a really nice, this looks like it's going to be a really nice monthly close, right? So this is what we want to see on the Coinbase, right? We want to gain these levels. So we got a couple more days, or actually only one more day in this month, I think. Yeah, one more day in this month. So if it holds this level, we're sitting pretty on Coinbase, right? Like everything looks good right now. I think QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, sold off today. So let's check that as well, because we are in a long, and I decided to leave the long running yesterday, we said, because this was a really nice close. So it looks like it still looks okay for QQQ. Like until this closes at the end of the day, it's kind of a shitty sell-off right now. But what we can do is we can look at the lower fractals, right? And see, hey, this candle could easily come up in the next couple hours, right? It doesn't look super great. Doesn't look super great. But this is why we're not very heavily positioned on QQQ. Do you ever day trade stocks? Yeah, I mean, I'll do everything, bro. It's all the same. Everything is all the same. Why do I choose gold, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin? Because they're the most active. That's it. I can jump around easiest. But I will specifically choose different things too, right? There's a bunch of individual stocks here that I have that are running, right? I think we added more to silver. Silver got a little bit more of a fill. We want to be long on silver too, right? We told, I think we put a, so today we took a silver long, okay? We put a long down here and it got filled, right? We added to it a little bit. So if you want to be long on silver, it's a good time to long silver here, right? I'm going to bring up the silver chart. That's a bit nicer to see, okay? I want to just delete everything maybe. All right. Delete all this bullshit. I think silver will go for a new high, similar to gold, right? If you're looking at the weekly, you've gained that level again, right? You've passed that level, closed beyond it. Probably shooting for the highs again, right? There's a little bit of resistance here, but it has been tested. Okay. Markets are not good this week. I think the markets are fine this week. You know, I'm happy with the markets. We've made money this week. I have no complaints. Everything seems to be flowing as usual, right? It's kind of just sideways. Yeah, it's been going sideways for like 3 weeks now, dude. Nothing's really happened too much for like 3 weeks, I think. All of February has been pretty. I mean, gold compared to before. That's the thing. Like gold's been fucking killing still, right? This is an amazing move for gold in the past. In all of February, really, it's an amazing move for gold. Fucking 10% still, right? Which is crazy. You're just used to like insanity, right? So this is actually still pretty crazy. It's still pretty crazy movements. So every day doesn't need to be exciting. Every day should be actually pretty boring, honestly. You're starting to like crypto. Yeah, you should be scaling into crypto.
Is Scalar stock a good buy on weekly time frame?
Yeah, we just looked at Scalar the other day, didn't we? Scalar. Let's look at the weekly. I mean, I wouldn't be buying this until that weekly closes and we get a significant close. What I'd be looking more is this monthly. This monthly is going to be more important. If the month and the weekly are closing at the same time, then it's not really gonna matter what the weekly says, right? What's your current position on Bitcoin long? Or long on Bitcoin? But Scalar, I mean, I wouldn't be a bull on this right now. If it closed right here, there's no point in buying this, right? Probably gonna reject. Where do you think gold will go in the coming week? Up, right? Like, you know. Yeah, my brain feels a little fried today after the fucking morning chaos with YouTube. Is boring trading profitable trading? I mean, more or less, right? The best thing you can do with trading when you're new, and all of you are new, the best thing you should be doing is nothing, right? The less you can do, the better. What you want to be doing is spending as much time as possible using minimal risk and taking long-term trades, right? Because you're less likely to be emotional that way. And long-term trades will cost you less commissions, right? You're not gonna make any mistakes that way that are impulsive. The VIX has gone up a bit here from the dump. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to look at right now. We can sorry, I'm just fucking. I thought I was alone in noticing how the markets are so chill. No, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. Like, it's not that it's chill, dude. But I get like, I feel like it's boring right now too. I understand. I totally understand the same emotion that you're feeling, where it's like, hey, nothing's really happening. Like, NASDAQ hasn't moved at all for months, right? Gold was like fucking really, really awesome for a while, and then, you know, the past couple weeks has been kind of doing nothing. It started coming up just the past couple days again, right? Silver's not doing crazy shit anymore. It was crazy last month, right? It's been a month of doing nothing, right? So, and then the same thing with Bitcoin too, is it's like Bitcoin also a month of nothing, right? So I totally get you. There's February, nothing happened, right? But that's normal in the markets, right? And we have to remember that, like, just because, and this is guess what? This is what you want to see, right? You in gold, for example, in gold in the NASDAQ, for example, this is what you want to see, is you want it to go flat. You want it to slowly increase, right? This is actually a really good sign for gold, because guess what? We just had this hyper move, right? So what do we want to see is we don't want it to continue going hyper, right? Because if it keeps going that way, it's going to fucking collapse really fast. So what we wanted it to do was we wanted to come back and test this leg that brought us to the high, which we did, and then we want it to go up again. This is doing exactly what you wanted it to do. Exactly. Okay? So we just need to remember that and be cognizant. Like, everything is going to the plan. And even though we're not getting like these crazy returns like we did in January, we are getting returns. And we are setting ourselves up for the next move up, right? If we were volatile, things would be very difficult, right? And that would cause potential collapses. The same with the NASDAQ, dude. Like if you're looking at the NASDAQ.
Markets have shook us so much that normalcy feels boring.
Exactly. Like the NASDAQ, bro. The NASDAQ is really, really risky right now, in my opinion. The fundamentals are not great, right? We just had this massive pump up, right? We're going sideways for a while. This is kind of what you want to see. You don't want these flash crashes. You want things to tell you what's going to happen first, right? You want things to consolidate and then make a decision, right? So what I think they're doing right now is they're waiting for the monthly, right? There might be some news. Let's look at the news, like Forex Factory, right? They could be waiting for certain things, right? Unemployment claims. Like, is there anything tomorrow? I don't think so. Not really. Unemployment claims. Actually, so today, unemployment claims came in good. So that's nice for the market, right? CPI is tomorrow. Like, CPI is not crazy. It's nothing crazy, right? No, PPI, not CPI.
They might be waiting for Trump attack on Iran, probably.
People are cautious right now. People are waiting. And ultimately, if something is just flatlining, what you do is you up the time frame, okay? Right? So this is not good for the NASDAQ, actually. If you're looking at this, look, the monthly time frame, bro. You failed this level, okay? Now we're gonna close below on the NASDAQ on the monthly. So actually, now that I'm looking at this, I probably don't want to be in this NASDAQ trade because we're going to come down here and potentially even down here, right? So I think I might want to get out of the stock market right now, actually. I think I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of the QQQ trade. We're closing the QQQ. More or less, that's a break-even trade or what? It's a break-even trade, okay? So we're not going to count it as a loss or a win. We got some energy stocks. We got silver. We got Netflix, which I'm fine holding Netflix still. Apple.
What did you think would happen to NASDAQ if Trump starts a war with Iran?
So look at AMD is not looking great either. So I'm going to close this AMD trade as well. We're going to take that as a loss. We are going to take one loss here. And actually that was a winner, by the way. That actually was a winner because we closed half of it at the highs. We just let some run. So overall, that was actually break even because we made like 200 or something. No, we made like 100 negative. So that's actually, so we can't even take that as a loss. It was actually a profitable trade, but I'm going to count it as a break even trade. It was slightly profitable, but we're going to count it as break even. So what I'm just thinking in my mind right now is I think the NASDAQ's going to come down. Right. Reason being is we just looked at today, right? And I just want to be cautious. Let's look at the edge finder here. Oh wow, Euro USD fucking cranking. Where's the NASDAQ? NASDAQ. Okay, it's actually doing a little bit nicer fundamentally, but lately it's been really, really bearish. So I'm de-risking all that NASDAQ shit. The COT has gone bullish. That's all right with me. We might switch back later. I want to see this monthly close though, right? And after that dump, it looks like the momentum for tomorrow might be bad. Unless this can rally back up tomorrow, then that'd be great. But I think I just want to not be in any positions right now for the NASDAQ and for tech stocks and whatnot. Hello, Unc. What's up, bud? That's why I was shocked at the dump this morning. Yeah, so the dump might get eaten back up. We'll see. But I'll close it out, dude. I just don't want to be taking risk right now. I'm happy with the amount of money we've made in 2 months is significant. What about silver trade? Silver's still fine. I'm going to leave Apple going for a little bit of just slightly a little bit. And we'll buy anything if it dumps too, so as for gold, like let's look at the edge finder for gold. Gold's still like not super. Wow. 80% COT or long on gold. That's crazy. Job market, inflation, economic data. Yeah, we'll just watch those monthly closes. I think they're waiting for the monthly close. What brokerage are you using for TradingView? I trade off of Interactive Brokers. And then prop firm is Maven. Why the newbies in trading go towards scalping and end up losing? I myself did it after some time realized it's not good. Yeah, scalping doesn't work. I can tell you that with pretty much certainty. Maven has a lot of spread. It does not. That's a lie. Let me tell you something. Maven has a normal amount of spread, right? What other prop firms do is they artificially lower the spread lower than the actual raw spreads, right? So it looks like they're really, really nice, okay? It looks like they have really, really nice spreads. But then what they do is they randomly, periodically spike up their spreads so that it stops you out, which is illegal, right? But it's not illegal because it's not real money. They're not a real brokerage. So if they did that on a real brokerage, it would be illegal, right? It's illegal to manipulate the spreads in that way, okay? You're allowed to add a markup, but you're not allowed to manipulate it, okay? But because this is all a simulation, prop firms are all simulations, it's not illegal, okay? But they do that. Many of the prop firms that have low spread, that's what they do. Okay, I don't feel good doing that. Mavens run differently, right? I would rather people think that we are worse without us scamming them. Okay, just be warned. Do you buy on margin? No, we're not. We're not trading margin really. Slight margin, 2 to 1. Not gonna lie, Maven's a good firm. Just got my payout while watching your stream. You're welcome, buddy. There you go. Maven's the most reputable firm ever, bro. Trustworthy, maybe not reputable. Why do I have a gate around the fireplace? I don't know. So that things don't get burnt. Nvidia had good earnings today. Did they have an earnings report? I mean, I wouldn't want to be touching shit like that, dude. Like Nvidia's breaking the law, man. You know what I mean? They're doing circular, what's it called? Circular investments, where what is it? Nvidia invests into OpenAI, and then OpenAI with that loan then buys Nvidia chips, so the Nvidia stock goes up. That's not legal. You can't do that. Are you on X? Yeah, I'm on all of the things. The same dumb money hunter on everything, dude. I don't know, what should we do? There's nothing to do here. Fucking let's review some trades, bro. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, you can join the Discord. There's a link somewhere probably. Let's look at these trades. So we trade dumb money concepts. If you do anything other than dumb money concepts, I'd appreciate some advice. Take a look here. What would this qualify as a DMC trade? I took this after the level was reclaimed, closing a small loss. Okay. What? Okay, this chart doesn't make any sense. There's not any information. Rhombus, if you're watching, dude. Like, you entered here? I don't understand why. Like, you guys can't just post a chart and then have me assume. Is the link on your Discord and your IG? Yes. Everything's linked everywhere, dude. It should be near impossible for you not to find things.
What is that 3 lines?
Like, yeah, I don't understand this chart in the slightest. If you guys post a chart with a big block of text and like no information, it's impossible for me to figure out what your brain is doing, okay? It has to be very clear. Otherwise, I can't tell you anything, okay? But I'm willing to help you. Just post things that are clear, okay? So strike. There are trades over this chart, but I'd go for the longs. 4 hour and 15 minute good too. Again, this doesn't, like, I don't understand what you guys have to be more clear. I don't know if I need to like set a, like, how to ask a question or something. I like the first trend in consolidation, but two, like, I don't even understand the question. Is this not a good service for you guys? How to use DMC on the Forex CFD? What about stops? I'll watch all my videos, bro. Is this correct? No, that's another one. Okay, so all of these charts make no sense. First of all, the first two, I don't understand what you're even asking. I need you guys to be clear. Otherwise, I can't help you, right? This guy at least asked, is this correct? No. Like, again, is this correct under what circumstance? Sure, it could buy here. But like, it doesn't, it's just a random line you drew. Like, this is not dumb money concepts at all. This is amazing and very appreciative. Hey, thank you, man. Or you might be a woman, because based off your name, it looks like the word Barbie. I don't know. What advice would you give to me? I've been trading for 2 years, 6 months, and blowing accounts. Even when using risk management and not risking too much, and trading has been boring all of a sudden. Good. It should be boring. In some sense, right? It should be boring in some sense. You've been trading for 2 years and you keep blowing accounts. Your risk management doesn't matter, okay? Like let me just blow your minds, right? Like I don't even know if I'm going to be able to blow your minds, but I'm going to kind of attempt. Like, how do I even say? Like, everything you learn online and everything that you are already biased to cannot work. All right? Everything that you are trying, everything you hear from gurus online, it cannot work. Because if it worked, then people would be making money. And if people are making money, then the big guys are not making money. So you have to, on average, be losing money. Okay? And you being everyone. Okay? Everyone has to be losing money on average, except for like the one guy that's not. Okay? So you have to basically follow all of the things that they don't teach you. Okay? So what do they not teach you? It's not mindset. It's not, my discipline needs to lock in. It's not the ICT strategies. It's not the risk management. These are the fucking, the regular things, the 3 pillars of trading, right? The Illuminati of trading is the risk management, psychology, and ICT strategy. Those are the things you're supposed to learn, right? Every one of those is wrong. Your risk management doesn't matter. You should not risk everything. That's all you need to know. Okay? Your psychology is just a fucking buzzword of useless garbage. And ICT strategy does not work for sure. For sure. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you believe it works, you're scamming yourself. It does not work. Okay? Did Instagram freeze? Did Instagram freeze? What's going on? I think Instagram might have froze. So what are the things that work? Oh no, it's back. Okay. What are the things that work? Fundamentals, right? News-based long-term positional trading based off the fundamentals. Okay. That's something that you don't learn anywhere. Okay. Super simple, crazy, stupid, easy strategies. Right? Buy the dip. That's all you need to know. Sell the rip. Right? And dumb money concepts is essentially reactionary based that, right? It's a reactionary based version of that. You're buying on retracements and you're selling on rips, basically, right? And then inner work, right? These are things nobody teaches you anywhere. The inner self-discipline work, right? Your strategy is not important, right? I said it in that video that just got banned, right? And I think there's a bunch of people watching on YouTube now. The most recent video that I just posted, I'm going to say it again. This got banned because I got a warning from this, because the claim is you can make 80 to 90%. That's the reason why I got a ban strike, right? On this video I just posted, it was doing super well. It claimed to be 80, 90% win rate. It is, with proven data, right? And the only reason why you're not going to win that way is because you fuck it up, because you're doing dumb shit. All you need to do is swing trade, do slow trades, not fucking look at the charts all the time. Just like walk away, right? All the things like you don't want to even be trading. It's such an ironic thing. This is why I say trading is a hobby, dude. Trading is a hobby, right? Because the best way to trade is by doing it passively and not really giving a fuck. So the advice I tell the question was, what's the advice? You've been trading for years and not making money. fucking walk away. Like trade, look at the charts, and then walk away. That's how you make it, dude. Do the opposite of what everyone teaches you. Don't try. 2 questions. Hunter, how do you know a level has been tested? If a wick has gone there already. And a level is a candle body. On a candle body on a distal pivot point. Okay. So on a V bottom or a V top, it's a candle body. Okay. All bodies are levels, I suppose, in theory, but these are the significant ones, I suppose. Do we count wicks or just count candle bodies? Just bodies. Wicks can be used as targets. I don't use them, but you could use them. You can develop your own strategy as you like, of course, right? But yeah. You know what I'm saying? The last 5 evals I've gotten to the end and blown it every time to the finish line. It's crazy. Even today I lost. Yeah, random. It's random. Like don't that just happens, right? Like unless you were doing something differently and you're being a pleb and fucking just doing dumb shit because you're emotionally unstable. That can happen perfectly fine. Yeah. ICT, I can't trade. Yeah, totally, dude. Do you think a trader needs to back test to know their strategy will work? You should back test a little bit, but back testing shouldn't last more than like an afternoon. Again, everything you learn. So here again, I'm going to say this kind of again. Everything you learned from like these gurus and shit online, right? It's not right, but it's also not wrong. So it's not do the opposite of what they say. It's that what they're teaching you will not be the solution. Okay? So you've got all of these things predisposed in your brain, like backtesting is good, right? It's fine. Go ahead and do it once. Right? And here's the thing. Everything like the wrongness of it is so significant that like if you backtest and you go and find a strategy that's 55% accurate on a 1 hour, for example, right? Let's say the backtest shows it's profitable. It's not going to work. Backtesting is not like that's not good enough. Like this is what I'm saying is backtesting is not sufficient in order to make a profitable strategy, even if it shows that it's profitable. The reason being is 1, you are biased to profitability while backtesting, so your results will not replicate the future results for sure, right? 2, sample data could be random, right? 3, your performance will be worse in actuality, okay? Because you are going to make mistakes. You are going to be emotional and you are going to cut things off quickly. So you're not going to get as good results. Okay. So unless your back test shows you're making like 80% a win rate sort of thing, it's not going to work. When I back test dumb money concepts, bro, it's right 100% of the time. Isn't that crazy? But I only have an 85% win rate. That's what I mean by backtesting is not very useful. It's good to see if you need to see if a strategy is right always, pretty much. If it's right always, then it's a good strategy. That's what backtesting is good for. It needs to be right always. Show your stats. They normally are on here, but the thing bugged and I need to recode it. But I can show you what we're at this year. Here you go. Normally it's on the screen so you can see it, but we're at 84% profit this year so far. With Yeah. Win rate of 86%. My problem comes from identifying levels. Take trades from. Yeah. Okay. So identifying levels. This is a really good question. I'm glad we got some good questions here. So how do I identify levels? Okay. I'm gonna break it down. So fucking simple. Okay. Simplest shit ever. Like the trading is not complicated. But if you follow, like, okay. So here's the issue with trading is there's so many different options of what could be the best thing for you to do. Okay. I've been doing this for 14 years, 13, 14 years. Okay. I've tested everything. Okay. So you should trust that I know more or less the best thing. Okay. There could be still better options. What I mean by this is an example is when you're trying to decide, hey, should I take a level on the wick or the candle body? Right? That's one variable to check. You could also be like, oh, do I wait for the reaction or do I wait for, or just enter blindly? That's another variable, right? Do I trade during New York? Do I trade during London, right? Another variable, right? All these different variables make it like crazy difficult to figure out what the best course of action is, okay? What time frame to use, what indicators, all these crazy things, dude. So when you're asking these questions, I totally get it because you want an answer to something without going and testing all of the variables, right? Because it would take you fucking forever and it would take you a decade, which took me a decade, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, what are levels? Go to the daily, weekly, and monthly, okay? Daily, weekly, monthly, that's it. I need to make this. Okay. Sweet. Daily, weekly, monthly, all right? And then when there is a untested candle body, that's a level on a point, okay? You see that? So here, now we're going to go to weekly, an untested level on a pivot, right? Down here, you can see this is a level, okay? That's it. Look at this, okay? So back here, you had a level, tested. Now it's not a level anymore. That's it. Daily, weekly, monthly. Everything else is meaningless. Those are your levels. There you go. I just saved you 5 years. You trade ICT and it works fine for you? You're lying. This guy doesn't understand financial analysis at all. You're a fucking guru. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, I have nothing. If you want to learn, you're welcome to be here. And if you don't want to learn, you don't have to be here. That's fine. I have nothing to sell you. I only do this because this actually works for me, and I actually want to help you guys and build a awesome community. Why use zigzag? I don't know. What that
ICT
is.
works for you, that a joke, right?
Yeah, ICT doesn't work. I know for certain. Giveaways depend on XP points. No, you can get free accounts from Maven if you do the giveaway. What's your strategy name? Dumb Money Concepts. What's your model based off of? Trend progression. The thing that I learned. Hey buddy, look at my cat. Wait, you see him in the background? He's playing with the thing. Hey bud, you stuck? You stuck in the bag? Meow. You should meowing. So cute, dude. What's up, bud? Meow. man. Isn't this a good job? Oh, kitty, nice. Yeah. So, trend progression. I learned from Trader Sumo. He's been doing this for 20 years. Right? He's in his 40s. He's not a very good teacher. Oh, whoa. The fucking stats are back, bro. Trade tracker. Okay, I need to... nice. How did the stats come back? Oh, am I an idiot? Dude, I'm such an idiot. I had the wrong freaking screen open. Fuck yeah. Okay, those are the stats. I clicked the wrong button, bro. Bro, amazing stats. Say thank you. That's from this year so far, okay? So yeah, trend progression is what how the market works, okay? We explained trend progression on yesterday's stream. So if you want to watch yesterday's stream, February 25th, there's also going to be some clips posted pretty soon that you can follow on my channel and whatnot. That's going to explain trend progression. Actually, that'd be a pretty good video to make a video on trend progression. I'll just make a note, trend progression. Okay. And then dumb money concepts is a simplified version of trend progression, okay? Right? It breaks it down a little bit smaller. Trend progression is all about fractaling itself, where basically a trend is not defined as what you learned, higher highs and higher lows. That's not a trend. A trend is what is the next move in my mind, okay? You only need to know the next move, so you only need to know the next trend, right? So if we're looking at gold right now, okay, the trend is to here, okay? So every time you have this low, right? Or rather, sorry, let me explain a bit better. Okay, so you have this level here, right? And the progression of the trend tells us that this is going up, right? There's a leg up, okay? And then it has to then come back and test this level, okay? Because this is the previous level that brought us to that high. So it has to test it, and it attempts to make a new low, right? As it attempts to make a new low, if it fails to make a new low, it must progress back in the same trend to the origin of that move. It will then attempt to make a new high. If it makes the new high, it will then progress further. Okay, this is what trend progression is on one time frame. Okay, if it fails and loses this level, rather, so it does lose the level, it will then progress the next low down. Okay, and what you do is you make fractals of that within lower time frames. So the lower time frames happen faster, and the higher time frames happen slower, but they're more important and they will happen more significantly, okay? So trend progression doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's like 95% of the time, okay? You will complete the attempts, right? It will always go to those levels. It's very rare that it will not do that exactly. So I know with 95% certainty that it will go here, okay? After this move. Okay. Now there are still things that happen that make this a problem, right? Like let's say the weekly changes and tells us something different, or the monthly, right? These take precedent over the daily. Okay. So things can disrupt the trend. Okay. So it's not 100% certainty, but that's close enough that we know that what will happen. All right. We can say that this is what's going to happen. Okay. Trading is based off volume, correct? It's based off price, I suppose. You trading alone, legends. Does it stream somewhere else? Yeah, we're streaming on all platforms right now. What's the best indicator for trading view? None of them. None of them are very useful. The wins, are they fixed R? No. Everything, like everything you learn is dumb. I mean, I'll say it a million times. Between failed level and gain level, which one do you think is the highest probability? I mean, I think I know what you're saying. I think what you're saying is, and I'm going to try to get an example here. Like, oh, that's not a very good example. I think I know what you're asking. Let me jump on the NASDAQ and just, there might be something here. We can maybe see. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to find. Okay, so here, maybe this might be. Trying to find an example of something that right. This is maybe kind of an example. I don't think it's like the most perfect example, but you've failed to enter this zone, but you've also lost this level, okay? Right, on this candle, right? I think that's what you're asking, is when both are true, right? And guess what? Most of the time, both can still play out. Okay. So you just have to think, what is the immediate thing that's probably going to happen next, right? You failed this level, right? And you are already close to this level. So it's probably going to come back up here and you're going to attempt to regain that, right? That's what that tells me, right? And then you attempted to regain it, you gained it. So what do you do, right? You would then enter here and you'd have a stop below the origin of this move, right? And then shoot for the next level up. This is trend progression, right? You've regained that, right? So what you must do is you must target the next high. Okay, you can see it went exactly to that level, right? Before you lose the next low. That's trend progression. I wonder if we can find another example where like, so, and a good example actually of what you might be asking is when you have these like crazy wicks here, right? Where like there's wicks on both sides and it tells you two conflicting views. I just wouldn't trade, bro. Right? Unless the higher time frames tell you something more significant. If things are just ranging and you're getting both directions telling you, sometimes you can see, like we just explained, that says, hey, you know, it's pretty obvious where it's going to go next. Come back and test that level again. But if it's doing something crazy, just fucking wait. There's just so many options and so many trade opportunities that it won't matter. What's your strategy? Dumb money concepts / trend progression. Chris, is it good having one big account or 3 or 4 small accounts on prop firms? I would probably say smaller accounts. I wouldn't copy trade. I wouldn't use large volume until you're very good. Okay. How many trades do you place in a day? Less than 1. Trend progression. So trend progression is really moving between zones, breaking a range and trading to the next range. Correct. Yeah, pretty much. And you might say, when I first started learning this, and I was like, oh, I only get like this, these moves seem so short, right? Like let's say, like let's say this, right? Here's a perfect example. And you might be frustrated with what I'm doing, right? You might say, hey, we just gained this level. So where must we go, right? To the next level up, right? And you might be like, oh, that's a really short trade, right? And you put your stop below this previous level here, right? And it would have hit, right? But you're like, oh, that's a really fast-paced trade. Yeah. It is. So why would it all happened within one candle, right? I don't, you know, you're like, oh, I don't want to enter that. I don't want to FOMO in. Well, don't day trade then. Do you see how everything fucking, if you've been watching me for a while, everything fucking makes sense why I do it this way is because I look at the daily, I'll know what the next move tomorrow is, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? We've seen, okay, here's an example. Gold, right? Bounce off this level. Next move is to come back up and test this, right? So this candle, we knew it was going to come here. So we knew that yesterday it was going to be up, right? And it was. It was up. So you get fractals of each other, right? See what I'm saying? Learning from you is a real crazy value. Yeah, not for the Ferrari. Salute to you. Hey, thank you, brother. You know what I'm honestly trying to do for you guys is give you the tools that you like. At some point, dude, I'm probably not going to be teaching like I am right now. So everything you're learning right now is fucking super ground level, right? At some point, I'm just going to retire and just not do this anymore. I don't know. Like maybe I'll keep, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm going to do this forever. I have money. I don't know if I want to do this forever. You know what I mean? I'll always be online somehow, I'm sure. Thoughts on VWAP? VWAP is, I think VWAP would be the best intraday moving average. Yeah. If you are a day trader, it's volume weighted. So if you are going to use a moving average, that's the one I would use. Personally, I don't really care for moving averages, but they do maybe help you a bit. Okay. Would you say trend progression only works far more often when daily, weekly? So when everything's aligned. So if everything is aligned, it will be more accurate, right? But more or less, like you'll notice, dude, pretty much always everything plays out. Pretty much everything always plays out because let's say the 15-minute contradicts the daily, right? Well, both of them can be true because the 15 minutes is going to play out quicker. I wonder if I can give an example. So we're gonna look at this low and see what happened here, right? So we're just gonna put like a level here. And we can say, hey, we know that the daily is going to be coming up. So we're gonna mark that down, and we're just gonna go down to like the 1 hour or something and see if there's, because I don't know. I don't know for sure here. So this was the down. Like here might be an example, okay? So we seen the higher time frame was closed bullish, right? I don't know if this this might be a better example right here. So the higher time frame, you might be able to understand my point, okay? The higher time frame is bullish, so we know it's going to go up. But we also seen, hey, we lost this level here, so it must target this low. Right? So do you see my point? Like just because the higher time frame is telling us bullish doesn't mean this is not also going to play out. So we lose that level, it retests it, right? And then goes to the low, new low, right? And then comes right back. So both you could have traded the short and this longer long. See what I'm saying? That's trend progression. Is that the lower time frames make these smaller fractals within larger time frames. Hey man, here for the psychology gems you drop. What's your take on overtrading? Yeah, dude. Where do you think it comes from? No coincidence. Less trades, less often, much better results, better performance. Yeah, totally. So you're welcome, bro. I appreciate the positive feedback. All of these really nice comments have been quite sincere to my heart lately. And I do really appreciate them. It does put more motivation in the streams and whatnot. So, you know, because honestly, like a lot of people come in here and they just get mad and they're like, you don't know what you're doing. And honestly, like I'll make fun of them. But honestly, it sucks to hear, right? Like it sucks to see somebody like so upset for no reason, right? And I wish I could help them. But you know, somebody with anger is kind of difficult to talk to, right? So it's just better to just kind of joke around. Anyways, off topic. Overtrading, bro. We do this occasionally. There are 3 columns, okay? So there's the problem, okay? So overtrading, right? And overtrading is not the actual problem, but the actual problem is you're losing money, right? And overtrading is the basis for losing that money, okay? The next column is what is the root emotional, so I'm using the keyword emotion, okay? What is the root emotion that you are feeling when you are overtrading, okay? Because overtrading and all of our actions that we take that cause us harm are emotionally driven. Does that make sense? Everything that you do that is causing a physical world problem is an emotionally based decision, okay? You know you shouldn't be overtrading, but you are an emotionally reactive person, okay? So what is the emotion that you are feeling? Overtrading is not wanting to lose, right? Covering losses, basically, not wanting to be wrong, right? Ego problems, right? Greed, right? These are some examples, right? So then you need to find a solution not to the overtrading, because that's not the problem. The problem is the emotion, okay? This is not the problem, right? The problem is the emotion. So how do we solve these things, right? The root of the problem. The root of the problem, like the big one here to me, is I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to feel bad, okay? So there's a few things you can do, right? Here's a couple in my mind, right? Tell yourself, it's okay. Like, and it's a super simple one. It's okay to be wrong, right? And then guess what happens when you believe it's okay to be wrong? It's okay to feel bad, right? These are stupid simple. But if you practice saying, I feel bad, this sucks, I identify that I am wrong and that feels bad. And if I say that's okay, then maybe I don't have to fix it. And now I'm not going to cause a problem, right? You can do other things like meditation. Meditation, right? Yeah, I don't know how to spell. Spelling is not important for trading, so you can do other things like here's a thing is if you're looking at the ego side of it, right? You're identifying as a trader. Ego is identification with the physical world. Okay, that's what ego is. Identifying with yourself in the physical world. That's what ego is. Okay, so if you're looking at the ego problem, well, have other hobbies, right? Go do something else. Have something that's not trading. This is why I say trading is a hobby. Because it helps you. When you believe trading is a hobby and you have other hobbies, well, you're not a trader anymore. You're just somebody who likes to trade sometimes. Did you see the mindset shift? Did you see that? Right? Greed. Another issue here. Like these are all, I'm just diving into them. You can do this yourself too. Greed. Let's look at greed, right? What's some ways that we could fix greed, right? I don't know. Fucking. This is just off the top of my head too. Like I don't know. Maybe like you could budget less, right? Like these are physical things. Budget less. I don't know. Remove luxuries from your life, right? Like I don't know. If you do the opposite of what you're trying to do, which is create more greed and wealth, and you remove things from your life and you practice minimalism, then greed is not necessarily what you're looking for anymore. Does that make sense? You know it's greed for you whenever I overtrade. I have a nice trade and you want to keep making more. Boom. Exactly. Well, hopefully that's useful then. Because if you start practicing habits that are the opposite of what the problem is, right? Like if I identify now as somebody who doesn't want things, right? If I start removing things from my life, then and live more of a wholesome sort of life, I suppose, then greed is not something that you're looking for anymore. Don't chase money that's not yours. Sure. Every trade basically swing. You're right, boss. Hey, thanks, bud. Overtrading is a problem. Yeah, these are some possible solutions. And you should sit down. You should sit down and make a list for yourself, right? I have a video on YouTube that breaks down all of the possible problems. You can go watch it. It's one of my recent videos. And it does exactly this with all the problems people suggested on live stream. Oh man, so many questions, bro. We have a pretty lively stream. I assume this way of trading would be susceptible to alpha decay, as this is the fundamental way the markets move. I mean, yeah, this is the way the markets move. There's so few people that have any understanding. So here's the thing, dudes, right? When you learn how to trade properly and you're not using ICT anymore and you're not using trend lines, you're not using indicators, like this is what 99% of people are doing. It's not going to matter, right? The amount of people that trade the actual proper way, it doesn't matter, and you're going to be able to make money. In 20 years, it might all be different. So take advantage of this now. Do this now. We don't know what the future is going to hold. But just remember, if it's common knowledge, it does not work. It cannot work. Because for the markets to work, so for like let me put this in a way that makes sense, okay? You can make money by just buying and holding and investing, and everyone can win that way, okay? But for you to make more money than that, you need to be trading a system that nobody else is trading that has an advantage over the thing that everyone else is trading. I don't know if that makes sense, okay? So in theory, everyone could make money, but not everyone can make money from trading. Okay, so a lot of these strategies that are making money only because they're in the market and they're investing and they are trading, but they're losing. They're not losing as much as they're winning, right, from the market going up. Okay, so they're beta traders is what I call them. Beta traders are people who make money, but they don't have an advantage over the market. Okay. Alpha traders are the ones who have an advantage over the market. And that's such a small pool of people. An edge, yes, right, exactly. That's such a small pool of people. And that alpha has to be different than the majority of people are trading, because that alpha has to be a 1 to 99 ratio. The 1% are making the 99% losses. Do you know what I mean? The 1% of traders get all of the money that the 99% are losing from their beta trading. Does that make sense? Everyone can be making money. Everyone can win. But the extra money that the alpha traders make all comes from the losses of the beta traders. These are not ICT sessions. ICT sessions? You think ICT determined the bank opening hours? No, they're not the kill zones, bro. No. They are not. They are the hours that banks are open. The squares? This is the London hours. This is the Asian hours. This is the New York hours. They're not kill zones, bro. They're so I can see. They're so when I scroll back, I can see, oh, this is London hour without fucking looking at the time. That's all. That's all it is. That's so I know that London is currently trading. Everyone thinks ICT made the market, dude. He's just some old dude fucking talking shit, narcissistic, neurotic, and fucking, what's the word? Bipolar. He's got all of the problems. And it makes him the best influencer ever because he creates drama constantly. Crazy how we don't need to work when we just got enough capital, just go to Vietnam, pay to it. Yeah, bro, that's the thing, dude. Is if you want to make it as a trader, fucking just move to Bali, Vietnam, or something. I mean, if you're Western, right? If you're Western, get yourself 10, 20 grand, move over to Bali, do some long-term swing trading.
You know that the advice and the views you give last week actually help me now.
You're right on, brother. I'm glad my advice is helping. What's your comments about algorithmic trading? It's not worth your time. Knew that would trigger you. Totally, bro. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. It's been an hour and a half. I got to do a little bit of work, so I do have a job. So I'm gonna check you guys later. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Easy.